Welcome to the 2015 Thirsty Game! I'm your host, Caesar Sparkleman. Now, before we start, due to recent budget cuts, the number of tributes we have this year has been reduced to 4. Also, due to completely illegal gerrymandering, we have redrawn the region borders and renamed them. I love it! Alright, let's get down to business. You want to meet your tributes? It's so exciting! From Region 1, the region of enlightenment and knowledge, we had Benjamin Franklin! From Region 2, the regions of campers and intrepid loaders, we have Henry David Thoreau! From Region 3, the region of darkness and unbearable sin, we have Edgar Allan Poe! And last but certainly not least, from Region 4, the real region, Huckleberry Finn! Welcome back! Are you ready to meet your tributes? From Region 1, please welcome Benjamin Franklin!
Yeah, Benny! You're my favorite!
Good day. I am honored to be a part of your yearly traditions.
Well, we're honored to have you. Now, I hear that you're a deist. Care to explain what that means?
Quite right. I believe that God, the clockmaker, if you will, created the universe entirely with logic and gave humanity the gift of reason to operate it, ourselves. After creation, God takes no part in the events of everyday life. Thus, my responsibility is to aid my fellow humans because God has left it up to me.
How do you suppose to do that, and why?
I believe that the best form of worship is to do good for others. I plan to do as much to help the tributes as my conscience dictates. Hopefully, my kindness to them pays off in the end and they die of their own accords. Humans are inherently good, so why should I do anything bad?
Well, that is something. How about that, folks? Benny boy, how about the arena? Any secrets you can divulge to us? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. How do you feel about the natural environment?
I have no emotional connection to the outdoors. I believe that the value in nature is its contribution to scientific study. Nature is for the benefit of humanity.
Excellent! Isn't that just excellent, folks? Now for my last question. Just between you and me, do you have any top secret allies or whatnot you want to share about?
First, I believe in perfecting myself. Then using my strategies to lift up the rest of society. I have recently started my regimen to achieve moral perfection. And unfortunately, the games will have to interfere with my schedule. There are 13 parts to my project, 13 virtues I wish to achieve, and it seems that... the games will have to interfere with numbers 9, 10, and 11.
Alrighty, thank you, Benjamin. Alright, we appreciate your time. Benjamin Franklin, everybody!
Yeah! Get out of there! That was great!
Alrighty, folks. Now, please put your hands together from the Raven Lover of District 2, Edgar Allan Poe!
Oh, my God!
Thank you for joining us, Edgar. Now, Franklin mentioned to us on his beliefs on deism. How do you feel spiritually?
There is no God. If there was a God, why would the world be the pit of depravity that it is? We were all sent here to writhe in the filth of society and self-loathing until we fall headlong into the graves we dig with our own hands.
Well, anyway, tell me about your relationship with nature, Edgar. I think we all hope it's a little bit brighter than your deity.
All of nature is symbolic, but unlike some other fools, Thoreau, I realize that typically there's something bad and dark. Like life is dark, and we need to recognize
Okay, I heard you had a cat named Pluto. You killed that? Does this mean you're gonna be more of a fighter in the games, or?
It was not my cat. It was a character I came up with. I mean, who has not 100 times found himself committing a vile or silly action for no other reason than because he knows he should not?
True, very true. So, and you think you'll be tapping into this inner darkness that will allow you to destroy the competition, correct?
Yes, that sounds about right.
Okay. What about teamwork? Would it be easier to hunt down our targets in a group?
No. And risk my perfect mental state with the heathenish thoughts of others? Groups and society only bring a man down and poison his mind and well-being. Every man is better off on his own without others to poison his mind.
Okay, that's nice. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And it's no exaggeration at all when I say we all hope that you'll die first.
I hope you're Pluto.
Now then, get ready for our next contestant, Mr. Henry David Throw! So tell me, Henry, how do you feel about these games being held out in nature?
I will go into the woods because I wish to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and I see if I cannot learn what it has to teach, and not, when I come to die, discover that I had not lived.
So you think the arena will be a forest landscape? Got a crystal ball hidden under your coat there? Because I could sure use one. Tell us what skills you have that will help you out in this environment, huh?
I will follow the beating of my own heartstrings. The divinity of nature courses through my veins and will guide me to victory in my own right.
Ah, yes. Oh, I forgot to ask you about your beliefs. What do you believe in today? We've been seeing quite a bit of varying viewpoints. It'd be interesting to get your perspective on it.
Organized religion is dead. My conscience is my guiding light, my Holy Spirit. Man should not fear to love his own God in the way his heart dictates.
Well, different we wanted, and different we got, huh, folks? I won't tell you the details, but I hear there's some plans to get some alliances going on. Are you in on that?
I have never found a companion that was so companionable as solitude. In human intercourse, the tragedy begins. A man can only be a man when he is alone and apart from society's bias.
So no alliances for you, eh? Okay. Well, we can't wait to see what you come up with all by yourself. Ain't that right, folks? Excellent chatting with you, Henry. Don't get lost in the woods now, right?
Not until we are lost do we begin to understand ourselves.
Alrighty then. Finally, we have our last contestant, Huckleberry Finn!
Yeah!
Represent the South!
So tell me, Huck, how do you feel about the environment and nature and that sort of thing?
I think nature is a fine thing. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Really, it's that humanity that creates nature's problems. Since I never did hurt it, it won't be bothering me.
Well, that sounds like you'll be a very adaptable competitor in this field, is that right?
Would you learn them fancy words from Tom Sawyer? Well, I ain't get 'em. I was gonna win, and I wasn't gonna listen to none of yous. I'd rather adapt my idea of God and religion. Set it to my own terms and notions, not what society or widow tells me to think of 'em. They would have told me not to steal Jim, but I'd done it. I saved my friend Jim from slavery, even though others would have said it was wrong.
So you agree with Mr. Poe, Mr. Throw, about how society's a bad thing?
Well, I guess so. Throw me a chop, I know. People be blind and foul up by these true and original intentions. Don't think me one of them thinkers or studious types, but I think people can be pretty dumb and cruel when they get together. I guess we gotta listen to ourselves and not what others say sometimes. We gotta fib a bit and borrow a bit, 'cause the way I see it, one day society will just bite us in the back of our britches, and we gotta be ready to handle it.
You should be able to handle any situation that comes your way with an attitude like that, huh, little fella?
Yes, sir, I will.
Thank you, and good luck in this year's 2015 Thirsty Games!
Yeah!
2015 Thirsty Games begin!
Alright, okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
They run right to the cornucopia. Oh my, is that Henry David Thoreau shoving Benjamin Franklin?
Oh, get out of my way!
Oh,
Sliding
don't
over.
push me so much, Thoreau. I might step on one of your holy plants.
Shut up, both of you! We're all going to die in a writhing pit of despair anyways. I need none of your optimism.
Franklin grabs a kite and key and away he goes. I wonder what he'll do with that.
And who are you?
Oh, I ain't nobody important, sir. I'm from that village over there. I was going down to the lake, maybe do some fishing, get a cup full of water. Sometimes I get thirsty.
Oh, my boy. I don't actually care.
Ooh, huck, tricky, lying to get ahead. Not a bad strategy at all.
Pap always said it weren't no harm in borrowing things if you was meaning to pay them back sometime. But the widow said there weren't anything but a soft name for stealing, and no decent body would do it. Jim said he reckoned the widow was partly right and Pap was partly right. So the best way would be to just pick out 2 or 3 things.
I wonder if there's electricity around here. I'm sure it could have many practical uses in an environment such as this. After all, regimented scientific experimentation is the best way to discover nature. Luckily for me, this weather will allow for me to recreate my kite and key experiment. It's working! It's working! I'm not dead yet!
Well, we weren't expecting that, were we, folks? How exciting!
Texas.
In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except 2 things. Death and taxes.
Oh, I really thought I was going to make it through that one. Let's go see what Huck is up to, huh? It seems as though he's taking a nap in the middle of the field. I guess he's only going to deal with the world when it comes to get him. It seems as if a cat was hidden in one of the walls of the cornucopia. Poe grabs it and runs off into the woods. I suppose it's fitting Poe would start there.
Oh, what a burden you are. Having to tote you all around and stuff, it's really annoying. So, I guess it's as good as any place to leave you here. Oh, well, you're a little cute, with your little whiskers and your laser eyes and your sharp fang teeth, you devil cat! Ah!
What's this? It appears that Edgar Allan Poe has developed ailurophobia. Fear of cats.
I'll never let this sinful cat touch my flesh again, lest it burn it and kill me.
Alright, let's throw some light on throw.
I am self-reliant. I only live on what nature can give me. Oh, look, a mushroom! Oh, it has mold on it!
Death by mold? Our poor contestant Chris McCandless died by mold too. What a shocker. That was last season. I think he would have learned.
Congratulations, Huckleberry Finn! You've won the 2015 Thirsty Games! Everyone else died.
A few ironic downfalls always makes the game exciting. Join us next year when we go for our postmodern theme. Thank you, I'm Caesar Sparkleman. See you next year for the 2016 Thirsty Games.